Hey guys, quick little video. Kappie is on his way here. As you saw from the last install video, we didn't manage to finish the gearbox on account of a little part being missing for us to connect the hydraulics. Found the correct part, Kappie is on his way, and hopefully we're just going to get the car installed today and be able to take it for a drive. See you in a couple of minutes time. When we installed this box the previous time, there were really two things that was missing. The first one being the little block that we need to connect the hydraulics to the rest of the car. And the second thing is this rubber boot, which really needed to be installed before we installed the box into the car. So rookie move not to install it. And if you're going to do this, make sure that this rubber boot is installed before you install the box into the car, because getting it on afterwards is an absolute mission, and we did damage this one in the process.
Cool, okay. Boot is in, so now it's the pipe. Okay, so this is loose. Brackets here to stop this from moving, because every time you press the clutch you got a lot of fluid pressure running through here, which will cause this to flex, and this bracket here to keep it nice and sturdy.
Working well, eh?
So not really using torque figures for these bolts on the outside of the casing. They're not as critical as everything inside the box. Graham,
Hello.
do you have a tap and die set?
I do.
Okay. We're gonna have to see if we can tap this. The thread in it really doesn't look good, eh? Brick parts cleaner, please, sir. Oh, that feels tons better. Oh, hello, camera. So what we did was, you would have seen, we oiled up a tap and die set. So we had a tap that we ran through the threads. This is a I think it was an M12, but it's fine pitch thread. Luckily the set had one of those. So we just ran it through, and this is screwing in a lot easier. So now we're just gonna do it up with a spanner. We should be good to go. Oh, and we cleaned it out with brake parts cleaner, because the last thing you want in these lines is any sort of aluminium. We are missing a bolt. We're missing a bolt. Come on, check. Hey!
Kappie,
Yeah.
feels like I'm standing around doing nothing, man.
It's because you are.
Oh.
Boom. That should be it.
Right, so we bought this very nifty negative pressure, positive pressure brake bleeding kit thing that you can also use to bleed the clutch with, and it's specifically well suited if you want to replace the fluid completely, as we're going to do with the clutch on this car. Also at some point I would like to replace the brake fluid on this car for 5.1 also. How it works is, you've got this replenishing reservoir, which we filled up halfway. Well, we put in a bottle of 5.1 brake fluid in there, and it's got this little foot, which I'll go and show you now how that works, and a little tap here to regulate the flow of that. Then you've got this bottle over here, and the whole idea with this oak is you connect that to the bleed nipple, and then connect the other side here to the compressor, and when you pull the trigger, the air flowing through here actually sucks the brake fluid from the reservoir through there into this bottle at the bottom. And you can obviously see through this very nice clear pipe when all the bubbles are gone, when you're not getting any more bubbles. So you can literally do this as a one-man job. And the way that works is, when you start this process, you need to fill up the reservoir of the car up to its maximum level, because, follow me, this hook here goes into the little reservoir. So this is the reservoir we're using here for the clutch fluid, and this hook, you've got a couple of these different feet that will sit in there, and as you can see, the tip of the nozzle there sits underneath the maximum level of the reservoir there. So as I'm sucking the fluid out of this hook over here, it'll automatically replenish with the fluid that's inside here, because clearly when we put this into there, we're going to open the little tap. And we'll show you a little bit later how well that works.
Other thing we need to make sure that the clutch pedal's up.
Yeah, of course. I'm going to check that quickly, because I'm pretty sure it's not.
Yep.
Clutch pedal up. It's up.
Okay.
Great stuff.
Alrighty. Okay. Copy, I don't know if you want to maybe start sucking.
Okay.
Just a little bit. Just let's see what it does up top here.
Alright.
Okay, it seems to be dropping. So the little tap is open now, and as the fluid drops here, it should replenish from here. Hey guys, so it is the next night here. We went super late the previous night. The good news is, car is ready. Clutch blade, all sorted. I need to explain something to you very, very quickly though. So this is the unit that connects the concentric slave inside the gearbox. So you can see the bleed nipple sitting on this side, and it basically drags the hydraulic fluid through this entire system when you use that hydraulic, is it hydraulic? The pneumatic system, to be able to get the fluid through the system. And what you end up with is this little bit over here still having some air inside it, as well as the pedal having some air inside it. So to get that sorted, what you need to do is still bleed the clutch the traditional way. But now it won't be as difficult, because the entire system is basically filled with the hydraulic fluid, and you just have to get rid of the little bit of air that's still stuck inside the system. And what we end up with after a little bit of bleeding is a super perfect clutch. And let me show you. Get the door open. So inside the car over here, if I can get the clutch into the picture over there, there's the clutch, and I can tell you it is perfect compared to what it was. It is so soft and so easy to use. And if you get across to the gears over here, clutch in, first gear, second gear, third gear, fourth gear, fifth gear, reverse, everything just absolutely perfect without much drama or anything around it. So that's going to be a wrap for this video. Please like and subscribe so that we can bring you more awesome content. This is definitely a win. And again, thank you to Kapi, thank you to Rudy for helping us with this whole process, and also thank you to Brendan for his input into this entire system. Cheers. Oh, don't forget, life is too short to drive boring cars.